Hey, it's Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. Hey, I think I'm all right. We may be doing this. We're trying something new today. I'm gonna go live on YouTube, and we are gonna make some snowmen. So where I am right now with is I can stream from my laptop on YouTube. So the view is going to be a little different than what we've been doing on our regular coffee and crafting. But I'm really excited to show you what we're going to make today. I have a really cute snowman project. Um, Let me put this down. These I still have this set up for my fall printable, so I'm going to move this. This is my text number, but if you want the fall printables, they're still linked there, but I have not updated that. I got to do that. So I hope you'll hop over to YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and the link to YouTube is in my is in the description. So I'm going to go over. I don't know why the printable is still coming up. But I'm going to end the Facebook Live, and I hope you guys will hop over, grab that link in the comments, and I'm going to be crafting on YouTube, and I cannot wait to see you there. Okay, guys, I'm just going to set this up so I can kind of get an overhead shot of what we're doing today. That way we've got stuff to show people later on, but let me show you what we're going to be crafting. We are going to make these really cute snowmen. So in my crafting group, Amy and Art's Crafting Tribe, which is just a free group that that you can join. We are going to, they voted on these snowmen. They really love these snowmen. They wanted to see the snowmen. So I've made a similar set of snowmen. Give me just one shake while I set the camera up. This is the first time I'm doing this. I will get better, I promise. I really need another device. So, it's a little distracting, isn't it? I'm going to move the camera up and tilt it down so you can see better. But, oh, hey, Sharon. Oh, fat snowflakes. Yep. Is it snowing there? I'm glad you guys are here. I'm just going to tilt this down so you can see it a little better and you can see what I'm doing. So these snowmen y'all voted on in my group, and we're going to paint them today. So let me see. Here we go. Just so we able to see my face. All right. The snowmen. Are we recording? We are. All right. Okay. So these have several layers. They have your base layer, which is your snowman here. They've got a hat and a brim. Hey, Pamela, I saw your text. Thanks for popping in. You know what? I still have this virus and I'm just not feeling great. Whatever this is just rough because I've had it since before Christmas, and somehow I rallied on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But then since then, it's just been a struggle. The kids have it. So I'm just glad y'all are here. So let's get started painting. Tell me how your holiday was in the comments. You know what? I bet I can. Tell me how it was, because I hope you all had a really great holiday. We did really enjoy being with the kids, being at home, and just having some downtime with them, you know? So we're going to start by painting our snowmen. And I'm just going to use a winter white. So after this, in the description, I will link like everything that I used for this. But you guys know me, sometimes I change my mind halfway through, and I wanted to make sure that what I put in there was accurate. So there's a couple of reasons I decided. I've just got a makeup sponge. You guys know I like my makeup sponges, and I want to go kind of with the grain of the wood. There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to switch to streaming on Facebook or on YouTube. One is YouTube is a really great community for crafters, you know, and YouTube has some features, I think, that allows you to build your community in a different way than Facebook. And I would really like to have that for you guys. I think it's going to be great because the video format the videos are easier to find. Down the road, you guys are going to be able to find these videos easier. Sometimes Facebook, I've had friends who've had glitches where it disappears, the videos disappear on them. And I don't want that to happen. Okay, so I'm going to go over this part that's scored on the top, guys. Hi, Rosemary. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for saying hi. And so I want you guys to have access to these videos long term. It really helps to because there's like better controls over commenting on YouTube. And so you're better able to kind of control the people, the trolls, if you will. Good morning. I think it's Cassie. I'm pretty sure it's Cassie. So I'm just going over the top of this lightly. I don't want to get paint in the score marks. So I don't want to push too hard. And so we're just going to paint our snowmen. And then I'll paint the snowflakes. The kids got, okay, I still have not gotten all of the apps set up for everything that they got. They got so many things that relate back to technology. And I don't think it's bad. I mean, I love technology. I think spending hours and hours gaming is really bad. We definitely limit that time with my kids. But like there's these cool basketballs and soccer balls that you can, they bought them that they work with an app to help kids hone their skills and give them feedback on what they're doing there, which I think is really, really cool. So they got those. You guys know I've got 2 kids. You know, Nate, I've got 2 kids with, one has got a wide variety of special needs, and the other one is dyslexic. My third one is typical, if not advanced, gifted even maybe. But they really have trouble reading. And so we got them. Go to work soon. Oh, Sharon, thank you. You know what? I feel so bad because I've not been crafting with you guys this month. December. Okay, guys, here's the truth. My kids were sick. Someone was sick in my family from after Thanksgiving when we got back from Disney all the way through now. I mean, it's just been a variety of viruses. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but you know what? Last year, the kids were masked in school. And before that, my kids were homeschooled. And so last year, honestly, with the masks, we really didn't get that sick. And I know people had like questioned, and I don't have any hard evidence on any of it. This is just speculation, right? There's no research or anything that I'm quoting here. But last year, we really didn't get that sick. They had the masks, which, and kids in masks, you know, they lick them. I think they're gross, but we didn't get that sick. We really didn't. And this year, with the no masking, I mean, we have been sick since the end of Thanksgiving. Like 1 week, everyone besides me had a stomach bug, and it was so bad. And I could barely keep up I got all of my orders out, but besides all the extras, I just couldn't do them that week. So I'm excited to like get past this and hopefully get back on track. And I have doubled down on the immune support at our house. Yesterday, I made a huge pot of bone broth, and I made elderberry syrup, and then we've been doing extra probiotics and vitamin D and vitamin A, zinc, like all of the things, and just making sure that we're doing everything we possibly can to like build our immune system and try and stay super healthy. You know, the other thing is like last year they were in masks and we'd moved to a new school. They went to a new school, which, you know, a lot of times that gives you, but like this year with the no masks, I mean, I think it's a double for our family because there's so many germs we haven't been exposed to. So that's just my opinion. I think that everyone's immune systems are in rebuild mode after too many years of masking and not being in contact with other people in a way that we're used to. I'll call it normal because who knows what normal is. Okay, I'm probably going to stop on the white. So the white, because I'm going light, it takes a few coats. Notice I'm not painting the hat because we're going to go right over that. I'm just painting the bottoms. And you guys on YouTube, if you want to watch the replay, if you want to make this later or reference it later, you have so much more control over what you can watch versus, you know, you know, versus Facebook. Like you just don't have the same replay control. I've got to grab my little tool. It's just right here. I don't know where my pink one is. Okay, everything is a mess too down here. So, like from the holidays, I mean, my work area is a disaster. Look, I still have Santa up. I had these big plans to like clean everything and get everything organized. My husband hung a new ribbon rack for me. And I'm not really so worried about that, but I do want to get this cleaned up. This tool has got, it's not as sharp as my other one. So I'm just trying to, when you get paint into these score marks, you can go back with something and kind of scrape it out to make it look better. So I'm just double checking my snowmen to make sure I'm happy with them. I'm going to do a light sanding on them once they dry. Because I always do that. But okay, I'm going to put those aside. I'm going to paint my snowflakes next. And I've got my blue painter's tape to do my snowflakes. And then also Facebook has moved to the whole, that star sending. I don't know about the stars. I'm not sure why they're wanting, like everything is revolving around that star sending. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. So, but these are, I'm just going to put these on here. It makes them easier to paint. And I've just got my sponge till. And I'm going to just tap down on them. This way I don't get paint on my fingers. And they're easy to move around when they're wet. I cut up a bunch of the big boxes we got at Christmas, and that's what I'm painting on now because it's just keeps my work area clean. This thing underneath here, it's like a fabric cutting mat. It's one of my favorite tools to have on my table when I'm crafting because it's got a built-in ruler. It helps me line things up. I mean, if you don't have one of those, they're gold. Okay, so those are done. See how quick that is? While we are on that, we've got 4 buttons for this. I even made a YouTube video that didn't even get edited because we were just so sick. Me and hear my voice. I'm noticing that there's still some tape in the middle. Okay. Okay. Black. I thought I had all my colors, but I don't have any black. So let's grab some black paint. We don't need much. Oh, we got to do the hats. We do need quite a bit. So the hats come in 3 pieces, y'all. And what I want to tell you about the hats is before you paint them, line it all up because they're slightly different on one side. And it's hard to see the difference until you line it up. And once you line it up, you realize, oh, wait, I have it flipped the wrong way. And this way you'll be sure that you're painting the correct side because you don't want to paint the incorrect side. And you also want to make sure that you have it the right way on your snowman's head because, again, they're slightly different on each side and you want them to line up. So you don't want the brim for this part. You just want the hat has a top piece and a bottom piece. So, and I just have pure black for this. Not super thick. Black is super thick. Again, I'm just going to use a paint is not, it's really thick, really thick. Okay. And again, I'm going to go with a grain of the wood. And I don't have to paint the whole thing because I'm going to layer it. It's like I didn't have to paint the whole snowman. I don't have to paint the whole hat. But with black, sometimes you get a layer on and you need to go back and fill in the holes. This paint needs to be worked with. It needs to water it down a little bit. So sometimes when black dries, you just need a second coat. Because it soaks in or you missed a spot. Okay. So what are you guys wanting to do in 2023? Has anyone thought about goals, planning, word of the year? My word of the year last year, there it is, right there, was steadfast. It just felt like I needed to remember, keep going, just stay focused, keep going. That was kind of my focus last year. And I'm still kind of pondering this year what my word of the year is going to be. I don't know if you guys ever choose a word of the year, but I really like it. I'm going to be making signs again for word of the year this year. I do have an exciting announcement. I'm not going to tell you guys today, but I've got something I've been working on for you guys. I'm really, really excited, and I hope you'll join me with it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I've been planning it for a while, so I will announce that very, very soon. I cannot wait to tell you about it. So that was my 6-year-old on the intercom, if you heard that. Even our house was built in the 90s. It's built in the 90s, and it has one of those old school intercom systems in it that the kids are not supposed to play on, but they do. So I'm just going to get the paint off my hands. Let me think. That's all that we need to have black. This paint comes right off your hands. It's great. That's why I always keep the wipes by my table. I got that everywhere. Okay, we're going to set that aside. I'm going to keep this here just in case we need it later. I just noticed one spot on my snowflakes that I'd missed. Okay, the hats are done. The carrots are orange, which I don't have orange either. I did not do a good job. So I thought for the signs, I thought about just doing a parchment. But I'm not sure I love it with the color. I was going to use this raffia and the parchment. I don't really like those two colors together now that I'm looking at it. Let me grab the gray. Let's see what I think about that. Gray, orange. What other color could we do? Maybe a vintage white. I wanted something on the tags that wasn't, the gray would probably work. Vintage white. So this raffia is going to kind of go at the bottom, and we're going to have some browns, but I think this is too yellow. We're going to do gray. It's going to go with the gray, I think. So we've got 2 tags. They're going to go on our snowman, and look how cute they are. It says, "Let it snow." If you're just joining us, we are making some snowmen. Make sure you say hi. Let us know. I would love to know what you guys are crafting. Does anyone have anything they're working on? This is a double espresso. Y'all, it's just been rough. I think we'll go with, I'm going to go with gray. I was dead set against the gray before we started, but I'm thinking that gray is the way to go. It's a light gray. This is called steel gray from FolkArt. I love this. So because this has the scoring in it, right? And this is where a lot of people, I think, struggle, is that they go way too heavy with their paint on the wood. We're just going to go lightly across the top. And it is okay to go over it multiple times. And you do not want to push. You just want that paint to wipe right across the top. Because if you push down, you're going to get the paint in the cracks of the word. And you're not going to be able to read the words. We're just going to go really, really lightly here. I could move my, and see right there, I just got the paint in the cracks after I told you not to do it, but we can fix it. I'm just taking the dry edge of this and going over it, and it's pulling most of that paint right out of there. So I don't even need to go back over it with like a little pointy tool. The tool that I like the most for that is from Dollar Tree, and it's like a pink with like a little, like almost like a needle. It's like a weeding tool for vinyl on the end, and that works really well for getting paint out of the score lines, but I'm not sure where mine are. They're like around here somewhere. Like I said, we have been sick since I got sick I was sick last week for coffee and crafting, and I canceled because I barely had a voice. And then I'm still not, like, we basically sat on the couch yesterday and watched movies. That was like all we did, because we're just, all of us. I did make a couple loaves of banana bread, which the kids have eaten, so I'll make some more today. Okay. So these, I'm going to let these dry. I might put another coat on them later. See, but you can still read the Let It Snow, and that's really what we're going for, y'all. Okay. So let's do our noses, and then we'll talk about the birds. I made what I consider a critical error when I was taking the mask off, and the mask is that layer of tape that's on there when y'all get these. So we're making snowmen, guys. We've got these cute little, and they're going to stand up. Okay. These are quick and easy to add to your winter decor. A lot of you guys have snowman trays or the standing trio of snowmen, and I am making these to coordinate with it. If you're just joining us, say hi. Spring and summer tier tray sets. Yes. So I've got some Valentine's and some St. Patrick's Day that are going to come out in January. Okay. I told last time when we were crafting, I said I was going to put up mystery boxes, and then I got so sick, but I am going to put up mystery boxes today because I have a lot of stuff in there. It's going to be like double the value. I'll put those up, but yeah, spring and summer, those definitely need to be. We're going to do Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day. I have some Easter already up. Cassie, I bet you probably, what did I do in the summer in the group? That lemonade tray. Did you do the lemonade tray? It's so cold down here in I work in the basement, that my paint is like so thick. My little space heater is upstairs because it got to like it felt like 30 degrees below outside. It was horrible for a couple days. So I took the space heater upstairs because you couldn't keep, our heater couldn't keep up with it was so cold. And we have so many windows in our house. We have so many huge windows in our house. And it's really open. So, okay, same thing with these carrots, guys. These are the carrot noses. Look how cute those are. I'm just going to again, super quick. And you don't want to push hard because it has all these little cute lines in there to add detail for the carrot. And you don't want your paint to go in those lines. So you just have to go over them multiple times with a light touch. And then eventually you get it all painted. But scraping paint out of the lines takes time, and it's just easier to get them the first time. So our carrots are pretty much done. There's one spot that's spring and summer. I don't know what is going to be. I wonder what's going to be trending for spring and summer this year. Last year it was a lot of fruit. Lemons, watermelon. Let's do these two hat tops too while we're at it, because they're quick and simple. Where is the tape? Okay. So these hat tops are just go on top of the top hat. I'm pretty sure I've got the right side up. I'm just going to double check so I don't have to paint it twice. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put, the other snowman we did had a light blue on them, and a dark blue. And so I want these to coordinate in case you're going to put them out together. Juanita, you commented while the video is live. Good job. I know. You know what? This is my first time. So Juanita, I'm glad you joined us. We were just talking about like why I decided to try YouTube Live. There's a couple reasons. One is, the biggest reason is the videos long-term are going to be easier for people to find. On Facebook, they get lost a lot easier. Sometimes they disappear. And this way, 3 months, 5 months, a year from now, these videos will be here for me to, if someone says, hey, where is that snowman video you did? I can come to YouTube, I can search it, and I can show you guys, hey, there it is, and it'll be there. The other reason is the moderation is just so much better on YouTube, and you can filter out, some of the people that maybe aren't positive influences on the community. And I don't want those people around. I have a sloppy on this. I'm going to get it off the top. But yeah, I was running late. The kids are home. My husband's home. Everyone's home. And like I said, all of us are just still not feeling great yet. So I'm just going to clean these hats up a little bit. So we're going to see this top part of the hat because it's going to sit right on top. Okay. So we're down to the birds and the bottoms. Let's talk about the birds. So the weeding, the mask part, usually when I paint something like this, there's two parts to it, right? Oh, well, see, good. I'm glad you joined us though, Juanita. I posted a thing on Facebook quickly, and then I turned off the live and came over here. So this part, usually what I'll do is I'll leave the mask over the beak. Okay. and I'll just take this part off, and then I'll paint this. And once it's dry, I'll take this part off and I'll do the beak. And then that way I don't have to worry about going down that line perfectly. But I was not thinking straight this morning when I took the mask off of these. So I'm going to get, let's see, which brush am I going to use? I think if I have this little one here, a little, I like an angled brush for like that kind of detail. But yeah, it's just so much. YouTube is just a much friendlier long-term platform for hosting videos. And then this way, they just don't disappear. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in and get this. Okay. So I'm going to do that on all of them. I'm going to do the, what are my bristles? Okay. So I'm just going to take my brush at an angle and go like this around. I have one bristle that's like out of place, which is a problem for this project. I'm going to cut it with my scissors. The joys of live video. So, but I'm going to continue to post my edited videos. Like the other huge benefit to you guys of me doing these on YouTube is that it's so easy to fast forward and rewind and find what you're looking for in YouTube on a video, as opposed to Facebook Live, where you have to like droll through. I mean, it's just a lot harder to, because they break it up in chapters. It's just a whole lot easier. Okay. So then it's just a matter of painting the rest of the bird, which is simple enough, right? But it is a whole lot easier if you leave the mask on. I do that on my cardinal ornaments. I keep the parts masked that I paint second, and I just go over the whole thing with stain, and it never bleeds through. It's beautiful. And it just makes it so much quicker to finish out than when you have to slow down and paint around things. Okay. These are your snowman too, Juanita. These are the ones you wanted. So how many of you guys decorate for Valentine's Day? Do you do a mantle? Or are you guys just... Yeah, I'm probably going to do them here from now on because I think it's better long-term for you guys, Juanita. But I will send the link, and I'll probably start them on Facebook like I did today. And then just so everybody knows, they'll get a notification, and then they can hop over here, because it's just going to make it long-term better for you guys in terms of like, and it's going to help me too, to help people find videos. If they're like, hey, I want to like make that, let's say next year, someone's like, hey, I want to make those snowmen. Well, I mean, who knows where the video is on Facebook? I mean, it's impossible almost to find the live from a year ago. But here I can put them in a playlist. I can organize them so much better. And then, you know, let's say this year you're like, I'm over winter. I don't want to craft anything winter. But next year you get out the snowman trio you have, and you're like, hey, wait, she did like a 2 standing set of snowmen, and I really want to add those. Hey, Nate. Hey. I really want to add those to my collection. I can point you right to the video, and you can go, oh, okay, this is what she did. And this is Nate. Nate, say hi.
Hi.
This is my 10-year-old.
Yeah. I'm in 5th grade.
He's in 5th grade. What else?
You
rock climb?
Yeah.
Are you in Cub Scouts?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Almost in Boy Scouts.
yep. Are you? Did you decide you're going to do Boy Scouts? Oh, you did. Okay. I don't know if we decided that or not, but I'm glad. I think that's great. And then, yeah.
We also have a 6-year-old Gabe that's in first. Then a 8-year-old, which is in 3rd grade, which is Luke.
Yep. What?
You know, how did you carve those?
I cut these on the laser.
Are those cardinals?
Yeah.
Can you give one to Miss Seltzer?
Does she like cardinals?
Yes.
Oh, Miss Seltzer. The library.
Yes, librarian.
Oh, okay.
Can you give one to her?
We could give her these, yeah, for Christmas.
Can I give her?
Because I didn't do Christmas presents for the teachers yet. No, I've got to glue them on that. We can give her the whole snowman.
That one? That can be covered in red.
The whole snowman with the cardinal. I'll show you at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Pokemon.
Because I did not get Christmas presents done for the teachers yet. Yeah. So they're getting New Year's presents.
They're getting New Year's presents. And then the Mr. Calicott, Prendergast, PE, library.
Mrs. Whirling is the
PE teacher.
My watch says it's time to stand up. Okay. So these are painted.
Are they done? Is it time for you to?
No, I'll be done in about 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes.
Maybe ish. Oh, let's plug in the hot glue gun.
Plug in the hot glue gun.
They're waiting because they want to play
Xbox, because that's what we got for Christmas.
Okay. Yes, they did get an Xbox for Christmas.
Mom, I love you.
I love you too.
Can believe that it's Christmas and I can't believe.
Okay. That is my 9-year-old that has apraxia. So severe speech disorder. We have been in speech therapy, and I say we because we go together and we practice together for in February it will be 9 years. And we will probably be in speech therapy for another 9 years because it's just constantly like as like vocabulary gets bigger in school, he needs to learn to say those words. It's a lot, but he does great. And I'm so proud of him because he works so hard. He actually, on Christmas Day, explained to our family for the first time ever that he has apraxia and that it's really hard for him to get his words out. I'm just putting a second coat on these cardinals, y'all. And he was explaining how sometimes, and I was just so proud of him that he's advocating for himself and he's speaking up and saying, hey, guess what? I know what I want to say, but sometimes I just can't say it. And it's hard. And I get frustrated, because who wouldn't get frustrated? Okay. So I guess that this is going to, the librarian is going to get these, she's great. They have an amazing school librarian. And they come home all excited about certain books because she reads them to them. Like we've read my 6-year-old, the Mercy Watson books. Mercy Watson is a pig, if you didn't know. So yeah, okay. So the cardinals are done. Okay, so now the stands. So I showed you guys this paint before. It's Crafter's Acrylic in satin, and this is coffee. Okay, Pamela, we'll see you soon. I like the snowman countdown idea. Did someone have a snowman countdown idea? Oh, this one? Okay. That would be cute too for next year. You see, I love that you guys give me ideas about what to do. That's what I want to know because it's hard to, if I know what you want, it's easier if you tell me. But yeah, a snowman countdown would be so cute, wouldn't it? I know you love snowman, Cassie. So I like this Crafter's paint because it's kind of like stain. It's not super solid. It's a little opaque and it's really pretty. So this is one of my favorites to use like for the browns. Okay. what did I use it on where it really looked bad? The Santa. No, I used it on the Santa. I don't know. I used it on something and I thought it would look great and it looked horrible. And so I threw that out and started over. The Santa, I used it on the Santa. I'll probably think of it tomorrow. But yeah, so we're just going to do this and then we're going to give it a quick sanding, do a little decor wax, and we're going to put these together. And they are so, so cute. They would look great on a mantle. They would look great on a shelf, on your, in a tray in the kitchen. So super cute. Okay. Yeah, I just did not, the teachers, I did not get their Christmas gifts done. So, and not due to a lack of appreciation. It was just an abundance of illness. So we are going to get those for after the new year. Got it everywhere. Okay, clean this up later. All we have left is the yellow noses. So I have 4 different. A lot of times I use yellow Sharpies for yellow painting because it just works really well. I'm going to test it on the back and see what I think about that yellow. So I'm just giving you guys ideas for small spaces. You can always use a marker or a paint pen, which a lot of times works a whole lot better than trying to paint it with a paintbrush. Let's see what this yellow, if I ever used this one before. Oh yeah, this is a yellow paint pen. That's a great yellow. And then this is a Sharpie oil marker, which I don't have consistent luck with the Sharpie oil markers. That one works good. Sometimes they end up going super watery on me, but I like this yellow, so we're going to go with it. When they work, I think they're great. Let me show you. See how great that looks? When they don't work, you just kind of get, I get this like watery. But always think outside the box when you're painting small areas. Grab a marker. I have almost every color in the world when it comes to Sharpies because they work the best, and especially fine tip Sharpies. Those are great for small areas, and markers and paint pens are like my go-to. And that is quick and easy. All right. So you guys know that a lot of this has got to be sanded a little bit. And for sanding, I've got my tack cloth and just a small piece of 320 grit. And it doesn't need a lot of sanding, and it probably sounds horrible on camera, but it needs just enough to take that like top layer off and even it out. If you want to distress it, you absolutely can. But this, when you paint this wood, okay, every time you paint wood, generally you go back over and sand it, or even if you're staining wood, you go back over and sand it, but you just want to smooth it out. I dropped my towel cloth. So that's all you're looking to do. And then if you like got some like outside of where you wanted it, you can go back with this and clean it up with sandpaper. The other thing you can do is go back a lot of times with a wet wipe, and that'll take it right off the edges. Okay. So Cassie, I think probably in February we will start spring, and that was not good. Spring and summer. But I'll start getting some ideas together for trays. So do you guys want trays that are 100% like beginning to end, you paint all of it? Or would you guys be interested in trays where maybe there's an interchangeable piece to it, or maybe there's some sets where some of them are finished already, maybe sourced from somewhere, and some of them are painted? Or do you want, what is it that you guys think that you want? Because I know that painting an entire tray set, I mean, it does take some time. Where do I buy the tack cloth? This tack cloth, you can get them anywhere. I have them linked in my Amazon store, which should be down below in the description. But I mean, you can get them literally Lowe's, Walmart, Amazon. These I got on Amazon. I mean, it was a great price. So you guys are not doing a lot of sanding. I probably should not have done the black next. So I'm just going to take my tack cloth across my sandpaper to get the black dust off, because I need to go do the other colors. And I don't want to get black on them. But yeah, literally any hardware store has them. I've been using tack cloth since I was a little girl with my dad. He was a woodworker. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about him. Art, that's where the art comes from in my name, Amy and Art. That's my dad. And everything that I know about wood, I learned from him. We painted some wood, but mostly we stained. He liked to stain wood, and he could build anything. I mean, anything. So I learned a whole lot about wood and woodworking from him, and we would spend hours together working in his wood shop. This is back in the day where you had to go to like Lowe's or Home Depot to get a book on how to make something, right? And we go look in the woodworking. They have those book sections. They used to have huge book sections before it was all online, of like different woodworking books. And we go pick a book out and we make presents for people. You guys know, I think it's so important to hand stuff like this down to your family. Like my kids were down here painting ornaments over Christmas, and for my sons, he had like a craft, it's called a mini mall at their school. And this wood, hold on, I've got to get a little bit of glue and put it in here. This wood broke. So anyway, he had a craft fair, and we made wood keychains, and he sold those at school. It was a fundraiser for 5th grade. The 5th grade gift, I guess, that they give the school. No, they donated that money. The 5th grade gift was the butter braid fundraiser. We had a lot of fundraisers. But we made 60 keychains together and painted them. And well, he painted them before we put it in the laser, and then we peeled the mask off and we put the keychains on them. There we go. Okay, that'll be good. And then I'm trying to think what else I have to sand to this. I'm gonna do this, and then we'll do the birds. So these are going to be super cute. I do want to, okay. Do I want to sand the snowflakes? I just kind of want them to be smooth. Okay. The tape, the painter's tape, if you haven't got your like blue roll of painter's tape, you need to do that, because that is going to be the thing that changes your life with painting like lots of pieces. You glue them together, or you tape them together all in one piece. You paint them, you move them around. And it just makes such a huge difference. Okay, here's the last bird. No, I have one more tiny bird. A countdown snowman would be so cute. So this one, that vinyl on there, I tested that out because I've had some vinyl that just chalkboard vinyl that doesn't come clean and then it looks really bad. But that's the Cricut countdown or chalkboard vinyl. And I'll tell you what, my kids have drawn on it. They've done all kinds of stuff and it always comes clean. And I love, love, love how it looks. Because you just, obviously you want to have it clean before you put it away for next year. Because you don't want the chalk marker to be on there for a year. But, okay, those look great. Okay, I do want to distress the snowmen a little bit with our home decor wax. So if you don't have the home decor wax, I know Juanita does. You can also go to get watered down brown paint, stain. I'm just using an edge and I'm going to kind of go around here. And don't worry about it because you can always go back and make it more or less. Let's kind of so a little bit goes a long way with this stuff. And when I first started using it, I was really, I was so nervous because I didn't want to mess up my project. But once I realized that you just, because you could go back then with your sandpaper and you can tone it down, or you can go back over it and tone it, make it more intense. It took the fear away. I did not want to ruin my project, but now I'm going to go back over this. I'll show you. It's a little, so you've got it kind of dark. After I hit it with my sandpaper, it's just gonna lighten it up, and it's just gonna look like part of the wood is showing through, and it's gonna make it look a little aged, a little farmhouse funky, and it's gonna be really. My kids are upstairs on the hoverboard. We have a hoverboard and it's in the house because it's winter and they're sick and they can't go outside. So let me show you the difference. This one I did. See how that just kind of blends in a little better. This one I'm not done yet. So yeah, you do have the wax. Hey, Diane. Oh, how'd your class go, Diane? Let us know. What were you teaching? Yeah, the Cricut vinyl, it does. It comes clean. I really like it. I have a silhouette. I don't use a Cricut. I use a silhouette. If you, the silhouette is better if you want to ever make money from your crafts. If you're just doing it for fun and you don't ever want to sell anything, or you never, then I think the Cricut, but the silhouette is definitely the way to go if you want to ever make money, because it's just more streamlined. And did I post this? And I did last night. So for those of you that have Cricuts, silhouettes, digital, you do any kind of digital crafting, you need to go look at Creative Fabrica. I put the link. I'll put the link. I'll add the link in the description below. It's in our crafting group too. But that's where I get all my fonts. I have a yearly subscription. It's like $60 a year. And everything on there is free once you have the monthly subscription. And so all of my fonts come from there. And so when I'm making something, I might pull 5 or 6 different fonts that I think I want to try, and it's free. I don't have to buy each font. Before I would buy a font and then I'd be like, oh, I don't like this font, or it's not working the way I want it to. And if you have the silhouette store, here's the problem too. If you use their fonts, you can't export them. So if I use a silhouette font that I bought from the silhouette store, you have to buy the commercial license for everything in order to be able to export it and use it somewhere else, even if you're not selling it. So Creative Fabrica, it's $60 a year. I'll put the link below. And okay, hey, oh, it's a book club. Okay, thanks for popping in, Juanita. It's so good to hear from you. So here is that. Everything's sanded. I'm just going to distress the birds a little bit. And then let's see, what else am I going to distress? I'm just going to do a little more distressing, a little on the hats. And then a little on my birds. Maybe the tags. I don't know. And this wax, it's like dry as soon as you put it on. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's just pretty much, it's not like this is going to be wet and you can't assemble it now. And then these I would probably seal once I have them put together. But I'm not going to seal it on the live because it takes a while. So I will seal it later. It's got to dry. So I'll seal it later. Okay. Let's see here. So Diane, did you have a great Christmas? I haven't talked to you guys since before Christmas. We've been so sick. Still not feeling great, but we're getting there. It's a better. If you guys have friends that love crafting, I would love, love, love if you would share this with them or tell them to come over here and hit subscribe or invite them. It would just bless my socks off because I have a goal of helping as many women as possible add joy to their life through adding beautiful things to their home. So hold on just a second. My throat, my congestion, my voice is so off, but that's one of my goals this year. And it would just bless my socks off because I would love to help more women. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I see my tier trays, it makes me smile. And the rest of my house may not be the way I want it to, but my tier tray looks great and it makes me happy. And so I would love to help other women do the same. It would really be awesome for me if I could help more women. So if there's anyone you know that loves to craft or loves to create, I'd love it if you would share this with them or tell them about my channel, tell them about my Facebook page. It would just, like I said, bless my socks off. Okay, I think we're ready. Yeah. I'm kind of just looking to make sure. Okay, so we've got some pine cones we're going to add. Let's assemble our snowman and then we'll add the final touches. So let me get my lid. We're going to, I'm going to spray in this box top. I've got my, so one of the things I do before I start spraying is I kind of put everything not exactly together, but close enough together so that the process goes so much quicker. Okay. So he's so cute. I don't like that. Yeah.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done, babe.
No. Guess what?
What, Nady, babe?
Dad went to me to my room.
Oh, well, you probably were not doing what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
You guys know that the house does not run without Mom.
Yes.
They often come tell me when I'm working what their dad
subscribe
that they're unhappy with. They're generally unhappy with their dad's decisions. Dad gets told on quite a bit.
Yes, and he's sometimes very rude. I did my reading.
Oh, you did your reading? What did you read?
Yes.
Hey, I'm going to finish this up. Okay, so I'm going to start with their hats. I love you too, sweetheart.
Okay, Dad.
No payback on that. No.
No, then we have food. It's gonna start.
He is not withholding food. Your dad's always trying to get you to eat. Oh my gosh. That child. Okay. Hi, Luke.
So me and Dad built it for 3 hours.
Oh, you guys built?
Of the Lego
Okay.
of the Minecraft. We're not even done yet.
All right. Well, they got some cool Legos for Christmas too. Okay, honey, I'm working on my stuff. You can come say hi, but okay. I've got my hat, the first layer on. This is Luke. This is my 9-year-old. He's in 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
Luke plays, right now he plays basketball.
Cool.
He also plays, what else do you play? Football.
Yeah, I play football at my school sometimes.
Mm-hmm. He plays flag football because we're not really ready for tackle football. Meaning me.
My mom said maybe once I'm in 3rd grade. I mean, once I'm 13 or something.
Yeah. We don't really need any head injuries.
Or break a bone.
Okay. Love you too, buddy. All right. Layer 1 of the hat is on. There's not a ton of gluing for these. Let's see. The buttons are going to go here. Oh, the buttons are really cute. So these are wood buttons that I painted. I know your snowman display is so cute, Cassie. I know you posted that in our group in the Amy and Art's crafting tribe. It is so cute. Okay. You did a great job on those. They are adorable. Okay. So I'm just kind of guessing where I want my buttons to go. Yeah. Okay. We have, it's finally warming up. What is the temperature? It's 60 degrees outside. So they still don't feel great, but I think we can get outside for a little bit and get some sunshine because we have not had any. Okay. I'm just making sure my buttons are lined up. I'm going to do the next part of the hat. Oh, I got to do their eyeballs. Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you for the eyes. You have a couple choices. Let's see. I'm going to try see how this Sharpie goes. Yeah. The eyes are scored. And so I'm literally just coloring them in with a Sharpie. Bye, honey. They just can't. They're home. I love them. Mom is the center of their universe, and I love it. Like my husband is super, super hands-on. I'm surprised he hasn't popped in and said hi. I mean, my husband is really hands-on, but until COVID. So Joe and I got married in 2008. Yeah. And so until COVID hit, he pretty much traveled 80 to 90% most of the year. Sometimes it was more like 70. Sometimes there's 50 and slower times, but there was a time when he was pretty much gone for like 18 months and he'd only be home for like a couple of days out of the month. He'd come home on a Saturday and leave again on a Sunday. And so there were a lot of years where it was just me and the kids. And I also homeschooled them for 3.5 years. And so, we're very, very bonded. I love my boys. We have, and Joe's super hands-on. Like he goes to all their games. He's, makes breakfast. It's not for a lack of his effort. It's just that he was gone for a lot. He had to work. So, it just has been a different their relationship is just, you know, when they were tiny, he just wasn't around. It was just me. And we didn't have any family around, so that was different too. Okay. Okay, there's that part one. So that's the brim, and now I'm putting on the, like the little colored band on the hat. Cute, cute, cute. These are not that big, but I guess they can, yeah, I guess they'll work. Okay. So here's the brim. I love the little 3D components of this piece. So cute, so cute, so cute. Okay. I've got some more clips right here. All right, so just got that clipped down. I colored in their eyes. The nose, the carrot noses. These noses are so cute. They're not just, they look like the little trio snowmen. They were, because those were so tiny, but these just kind of curve up. Yeah. If you wanted to, you could put rosy cheeks on your snowman. I'm not going to, because they're snowmen. But you could totally put rosy cheeks on your snowman. So guys knows. All right. Cardinal placement. Let's talk about, because we need a cardinal on their hat. Both of these guys are going to get a cardinal on their hat, and then they're also going to get, one is slightly bigger than the other one, so you want the one that's a little bigger there. Okay. But yeah, Joe, he's a great dad. But at the end of the day, and I think kids are like that. They just want mom. They do not like it when I'm busy. Not that they don't like it, but they just like me. All right. So I'm going to put him, you put him wherever you want. I'm just going to put him up there on the top of the hat. And then snowflakes. The smaller ones are going to go down here. Okay, snowflake. I'm going to put a snowflake on each hat. And then the last part that gets glued on is this cardinal on the bottom. So you've got two bases, and you want the base. Hold on, let me get them in here. Oh, come on. So with these laser stands, I painted the wrong side. Okay, I'll fix that. A lot of times, for some reason, one side fits better than the other. I have no idea why, but I test them all. So if you ever have that problem, flip it around. I'll paint that, but I want this here because I want to see. These two cardinals are exactly the same size, but I just want to put him at a place on the bottom so that he looks like, right, he's in the right spot for the stand, if that makes sense. I don't want him too low. Okay, so I'm going to glue those on. Yeah, make sure I have a clean spot. Don't set it on glue. So But yeah, we're what about the decoupaging? Happy New Year, Diane. I hope your schnauzer's doing okay. We love our dogs. Okay. So I've got my birds on here. Okay. So I'm gonna pull this off and paint it real quick. And then I'm glad you hopped on. I'm always glad when you guys hop on and say hi, even if it's just, you just can hop on for a few minutes. I absolutely love when you hop on. So I'm going to paint the other side while I've got all this out before I forget. And then we are going to add some fun stuff to our snowman to finish them off and put some finishing touches on them. Oh, that was the Decor wax. You can tell I just am not 100%. I cannot locate. There we go. I'm not. I just literally just sat on the couch yesterday and we watched. I don't even know. I barely moved. I finally took a shower. But I was just so tired. And the congestion. It's not COVID and it's not the flu. I mean, I had the flu shot. I don't know if you guys are pro or against, but we got the flu one year, all of us, like all 5 of us at the same time. And it was so bad that I thought I was going to have to, I just kept telling Joe, I don't know how I'm ever, we may just have to burn the house down and start all over because we were so sick. I didn't think I would ever get the germs out of the house. We were just, it was awful. Okay. So there's that side. That'll dry pretty quickly. And let's put so we have some greenery that we're going to use for this. So I just have a bush. And I am very limited in my greenery because it is after Christmas. But this is just I'm going to need 4-ish pieces. Okay, so we're going to put some greenery down on top of our cardinal. And we're going to put some pine cone, a bow, and some pine cones. So that's why we need the hot glue. I'm going to start with this one because my stand should be ready. I want it to look like it belongs and that it fits with the stand because they're going to be standing up, remember? So I'm going to put my stand back on. And I'm going to arrange my greenery on here. I'm going to try and give you guys a really good view. Okay, so I'm going to arrange my greenery on here. And let me get my pine cones out. These are my good scissors. I don't want to use those. I want to use my... Have you seen that meme going around about somebody used mom's fabric scissors on paper? Believe me, I remember that growing up. You did not use... Yeah, that's really cute. Okay, and then I was going to try a little raffia bow. Okay, so I've got this. Just to add a little more texture. Let's see here. I think what I'm going to do actually is make loops like this. Instead of actually tying it, we're just going to make some loops back and forth and then take a piece and tie it around the middle and cut it off. And then that way we don't have to worry about actually tying the raffia, because what we really are going for with this is layers. Okay, we want it to look, it has lots of layers. Okay, and we want it to be big enough to pop out from underneath of there, but we don't want it to be so big that it looks funky. Okay, it needs to be sized with our craft. And a little hot glue and the pine cones, and let's see how this goes. So I need a new glue gun. So let's just like, I have a low temp glue gun. Just one shake. Okay. I don't know why my glue was on the table behind the computer, but it was. I have a low temp glue gun, and I have this one. Is like a super old glue gun from Walmart. And I mean, it still works, but I love that one that Julie uses on Julie's Wreath Boutique. It's a cordless glue gun. It's so nice. Okay. The only thing I don't like about the hot glue gun is that it takes forever to set. And it gets strings everywhere. But sometimes when you're working with this kind of stuff, it just doesn't work as well with, it doesn't work as well with it just sets too quick for this, if that makes sense. So let's see. This kind of looks like it's a little high. Yeah. And so one of the things you have to do when you're working with hot glue is go back and pull your strings off. Yeah, it's all on there. This has got like a, what is that? Like a little stem. They're just natural. So I'm just going to trim it. At least I think I am. I may not be able to. Let's try the wire cutters. Yep, there you go. I just needed the right tool. So now we're going to glue this in here. And this here. And we're just going to hold it. And okay. Oh, so cute. Let me show you. See how cute that's looking? Isn't that really cute? Okay. And then I'm going to put this little snowflake over here on the cardinal's wing or tail. And then I'm going to do my other one. I'm going to pop my stand on again because I want to make sure that it looks, I don't want it glued to my stand. I'm not gluing to the stand, but I want it to look appropriate with the stand, if that makes sense. I don't want it so low that because I mean, for these, I don't know if you'll ever take the stand off once they're put together. But okay. Okay. but you want it to look like it belongs there. Okay. I'm going to trim these a little bit. They're a little longer than my other ones. They're easy enough to cut. Again, same thing. I just lost my glue stick again. This is why I need a new glue gun. This glue gun is not great, but it works. I think it's like Sure Bonder. I think that's what hers is. It's like a green one. Okay. And then we are going to get to the fabric piece and ribbon piece, and add on our tags and our jingle bells, which is really similar to the Snowman trio, which is why they look so cute together. So I'm going to put a couple little pine cones. I'm going to put another bow on it. I'm going to get this little, what's that thing, where it was connected to. Again, we're going to make another rafia bow. And I did 3 loops. And I didn't measure, I just eyeballed it. 1, 2, there we go. Well, let's do that again. 1, I'm going to wrap this around my fingers. 1, 2, there you go, 3. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to get another piece and just tie it. Just around the middle, and then the glue is going to, that piece isn't long enough. I should have cut this before I had my loops done. So don't do this at home, because now I can't find the end. There we go. I should have cut this before I started. So this stuff is really stiff. It's going to hold in place this middle part with your glue from the glue gun, so don't worry about that. I'm not cutting them so short, but I want them. So it kind of looks like the bow is tied to this. When you do this, you want the bow to kind of look tied to that, right? So and then I'm going to glue my pine cones on to here. Oh, they're so cute. I love these mini pine cones. I used to use a ton of pine cones in my Christmas decor. And when we moved, I cannot find them since we moved. I had all of these cute little pine cones I put out in bowls. I had no idea what I did with them. Okay, guys, so here is that piece. And I've got one more of these to glue. I need to clean up my work area. So this is like, seriously, I can be in all of this mess and craft and not even notice it until I'm done and I walk away, and then I come back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even see the mess around me while I'm working. All I can see is what I'm working on. My husband comes down here and he's like, oh my, he's just kind of horrified by the whole thing. Okay. Oh my gosh, she's looking so cute. Okay. So here's what we've got right there. Look how cute that is. All the cute little fun layers. All right. So the last thing we need to do is we're going to add our tags. So the tags are going to hang on this side. We're going to have a jingle bell for each of them. And we have, before we do that, let's just get all of the painting and the clips and everything out of the way so y'all can see what I'm doing. I'll move everything we don't need. Like I said, I don't see any of it while I'm working, but y'all do. So, in this way we can move our snowmen. Oh my gosh, these are great. Okay, let's move this right here. Okay, the pine cones. I'm just going to wipe this off a little bit back here because the pine cones, when you cut them, they kind of, because they're natural, it kind of sheds. All right, we've got our two little guys. These are still. You like to decoupage? Me too, Cassie. So that's one of the things I want to do more of in 2023. I want to do more like fun trays that maybe aren't as much painting, but we've got some painting and some decoupage. So some fun printables to decoupage on there, some fun things like that, because that is going to be, I think, and people seem to really like the decoupage. All right. We have two different ribbons for their scarf. We've got a blue one that says Let It Snow, guys, and this is going to coordinate with the trio that I did earlier. If you bought that trio kit, the standing snowman trio, I'm going to try this at 18 inches. I think it should work. And then we're going to use a buffalo plaid or a gingham. And 18 inches, I think, should work. Okay, so we have a tag. I want to put a bell on each tag. I'm going to use, because these bells are going to be a little bigger. Okay, so I'm going to use jute. Hey, Joe. Just 1 second. Hey, y'all, guess what? Go to your room. Okay, sorry about that. I'm going to edit that out later. Okay, so here we go. I put my bell on a string. I'm going to put it through here. I'm going to do that for both of my bells. And then so let's start with, I think I'm going to put this black scarf on the little snowman. So you're going to tie it. I'm not going to do a bow because it's going to be a scarf. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's just see. Okay, so here's our scarf. And this is going to come up. I think I want to add another piece of this up top. So let's try this. Another raffia bow just to give it a little more texture. I want this to kind of go as much to the side as it can. So I've got my knot right here on the edge. Okay. And I'm going to take this again. Got 3 loops. This stuff is stiff. I mean, this stuff is okay. I'm gonna tie it. Do you remember, like in the, I want to say like in the, was it the 80s or the 90s when people used raffia like for everything, like all the time on packages and bows, and I mean it was like the thing for a while. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tie this. Let's see here. And then I'm going to tie this under and around. This is going to need a little hot glue. I'll just figure it out as we go. A little bit of hot glue here. We're going to hot glue it to the scarf. And then we're going to tie our tag and put it up under, just kind of like with the snowmen, the trio of snowmen. Thread it under your scarf and up and around. And tie it off. So you could either tie this in a bow, you could tie it in a knot and hide the knot, however you want it to look. But we're just going to tie all of this together. I'm going to do it in a bow. And then, look how long my hair is. I need a haircut. I'm going to flip it around. I think I do like the bow was, you know, sometimes they go funky. It was not laying the way I wanted it to. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to trim my strings. Before that, I want to pull my scarf down this way. Let's see. Oh. I'm going to trim these strings here, and then I'm going to trim my scarf, and I'm going to put some cuts in the end to make it look like it's fringed. This is what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut it straight across, and then I'm going to cut up the middle, and I'm going to cut then between each side. So I have 3 cuts. So again, oh, I didn't cut that one straight across. And this I did with 18 inches, which was a little more than what I needed, but I would rather have, you definitely need more than 12 inches. And then I'm going to cut up the side. And there's your snowman with his scarf and his tag. Is he cute or what? You could glue this down too so it went exactly where you wanted it to, the scarf. But I kind of like it kind of poking out to the side just like a regular scarf would. Okay, I'm going to put this guy here while we work on this one. So again, we've got this. We're going to tie on in a minute. We're going to make one more raffia bow. Let's go here and here because we need 3 loops. 1, 2, 3. And then, okay. Let's see. Let me get this in the middle. Trim my ends. Just super simple, right? I'm not doing anything fancy or complicated, which just lots of layers of fun and texture. Okay, so this has got the words "Let It Snow" on it, and I love the blue color. So we're gonna again tie it off to the side, and my goal is when it's tied that the text, it's not going to be going the same way because it can, but I want it to, the text to be on the top so that I don't have blue on one side. See, that's what I want. I want it to go like that. Okay, it's exactly what I'm looking for so that you can see the words. Okay, so now we're gonna glue our bow on. I'm going to pull this top ribbon down and glue my bow on top of there because I want it to hold the ribbon the way that I want it to go, if that makes sense. Okay, and now I'm just going to thread this jute up under here. And we're going to tie it off again. So my 10-year-old got a fish tank for Christmas. My mother-in-law passed away in a year ago, September, and she always had a fish tank, and my son adored her. They had a really special relationship, and so he wanted a fish tank for Christmas. And when we filled it up, he dedicated it to his grandma. He said, "This is for Bubby." He said, "I know she's in heaven, but I know she's smiling down on me, and she's happy that I have a fish tank." And so that was probably the highlight. That's probably the best part because we miss her. And I love that he loves her so much. Okay. All right. So now, again, I'm going to cut these straight across. And I'm going to make it into a scarf. Okay. All right. There you go. There are our 2 winter snowmen. So if you wanted to, you could like put a dab of hot glue underneath there to hold them exactly where you want, but that's that. Thank you, Cassie. So y'all, thank you so much for crafting with me today. Thank you for hopping over here on YouTube, trying something new with me. Oh, you know what I did? Do you see what I did? I put the wrong tags on the snowmen. Ding dong. Okay, easy fix. I'm glad I didn't glue them down. Hold on, I put the wrong tags on them. Okay. Let's try this again. I hope I don't need more jute. I think I'll be all right. Okay. It's a little tricky to get your fingers in there and tie it. There we go. Okay. There we go. This is much better. Let me get my scarf going the way I want it to go. And again, I want to go up under here. I caught that right away when I was looking at it, but I did not even notice when I was talking that I had the wrong tags. I did think that the one tag looked a little funny on the small snowman, but I didn't really think too much about it. Let me see. Okay. All right. Those just need to be trimmed up just a little bit. You guys know I'm fussy, but that's that. And a couple glue strings, but these are so cute. Okay, so look, there you go. We've got both snowmen. Look how cute they are. That looks much better, doesn't it? So these would look great all winter long. They would look so cute. They look great with the tray. They'd look great with the other snowmen on a mantle on a shelf. Absolutely love them. I kind of wish my son would ask me to give them to the librarian because I'd like to keep them. But this kit will be ready later today. I'll text you guys when it's up. And I just really appreciate you crafting with me today and putting up with my voice. And I'm not feeling great. Thank you for the great ideas about the decoupage and about the countdown snowman. That definitely something I'm going to write down for next year, the countdown snowman. I love that idea. But I'll have something new to do next week. I've got some fun things to share with you, and I'll see y'all very, very soon. Again, Amy Green with the Amy and Arts Crafting. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, I would absolutely love if you do it. Don't hesitate to drop a comment or leave a message. I'd love to hear from you. I'll talk to y'all soon.